Sapphire Speaks, and this is your oracle message for the day. So the cards that I pulled are Chopwood, number 42, By the Book, number 11, Thinker, number 44, Fork in the Road, number 13, and Time for a Nap, number 24. Now, usually I've been and added these numbers up, but today has been a long day, which explains why I look the way that I do. And so I'm a little tired, but maybe these numbers are symbolic to you, okay? So Chop Wood, By the Book, Thinker, Fork in the Road, Time for a Nap. The thoughts that I'm immediately getting are us going about our day-to-day, us doing the tedious things, the things that have to be done. Like I just wash clothes. So taking care of your kids, taking care of your family, just going about your day-to-day as everything is unfolding and you are deciding what it is that you should do. A lot of us are in this place of, I can't quite see what's going on. I don't quite understand, what it is I'm seeing, especially if you're someone like me who is, and I don't want to keep speaking of my trauma because, it is what it is. And at some point in time, we all have to decide whether or not we're going to be in this place of, that was my past, and I went through that, but that's not going to be my future. Or you want to keep reliving that thing over and over again. So as we are healing and restoring ourselves or whatever, we are chopping wood, pretty much going about our day-to-day activities, resuming our life in the way that it should go. And the By the Book makes me feel of, for those of us who are going to work, or those of us who are learning something new, and you're learning the rules and regulations and how things work, and having an understanding that things go a particular way so that there's elevation. And I'm also getting this understanding of, not just at work, but in our lives. We're starting to understand that some things had to happen so that we could be the people who healed our lineage. And for me, I talk so much about being the person to heal my lineage, but I never quite got it until recently. Like I've said it. I've said how I want to be the first one in my family to, do certain things. I wanted my child to be the first, and she has been, and I have been. And, you're saying these things or whatever, and you're starting to realize that's why you had to go through all of this shit. A lot of this shit has been passed down in our blood. Like, me and my husband were just talking about our families and all of this stuff that we don't know. And, so many of our families are not so far removed from slavery. So a lot of the things that they have went through and gone through, they have passed on to their kids and their kids' kids. And here we are at this stage healing that by the book. We have gone through this and this and this and this and this so that we can come to this place of realizing that had to be so that we could get to a place of freeing them, freeing our lineage, and so that we can go ahead and embark on our journey without this shit. This thinker is just us contemplating, because of course you can make your own decisions. You can choose what perspective it is that you want. You can choose whether or not you are the victor or the victim. You can choose whether or not you sit and continue to replay this over and over in your head. And mind you, I am not the person to sit up and act like someone's agony or pain or their trauma or their triggers or any of that shit isn't real, because I can tell you they're real as fuck. And this healing it's an everyday, every moment thing. And it's a constantly thinking myself happy. It's a constantly being happy. It's a constant knowing that the things that you go through can be so heavy, and sometimes, but once sometimes you have to release that. Sometimes you have to be in the moment. Sometimes you have to look back on that thing as it was what it was and decide, make a decision to be happy. That's not always easy, but it's still a choice. It's still an option. And we're at this fork in the road. A lot of us are at this fork in the road. Like, we're sitting here and not really understanding what we're seeing. We're sitting here, you know, trying to make a decision whether or not we're going to be happy, whether or not we're going to walk towards this thing, whether or not we can see that, okay, well, you know what, I'm in this relationship with this person. This person really is trying. And everybody else is saying that it should look like this, it should be this happy, your happiness should look like this, and if you're with this man or this woman or whatever, they should bring this and this to the table, and you're sitting here trying to make a decision on your happiness, on what it should look like, and if you should be here or if you should leave, or what you should do, what your next step should be. And the choice really is yours. Because whatever decision it is that you make is yours. I advise anybody to do the thing that makes you happy. Not out of spite. With the intention of happiness. With the intention of learning my lesson so that you don't have to go through this lesson again. With the intention of, I really just want to do this the right way. When you make up your mind, when you come to that fork in the road, when you come to the place of, you know what, I cannot continue my life like this. I need to figure out what my happiness is. I need to figure out what is going to make me smile. I need to figure out what is going to fill my cup. You can make the decision from that place with a clear conscience. And time for a nap. Honestly, rest, restore, heal, regenerate. Because a lot of this healing, a lot of this transformation, a lot of this thing that we are going through or whatever is taking a lot out of us. And whatever decision that you end up making on the path that you are going to take, you are going to need to be restored. So do not deny yourself the sleep. Do not deny yourself the rest. Do not deny yourself time to fill your cup. Do not deny yourself a moment of peace, a moment, you know, away from the kids, a moment just dedicated to you and your partner, or just dedicated to yourself. Rest, restore. And then maybe you can make that decision after you've rested. Because I know, like, as of lately, my dreams have been vivid and absolutely crazy. Like, I'm not a dreamer. I'm not someone who dreams at all. So, as of late, vivid, crazy dreams. So, and a lot of times your answers come in your dreams. And a lot of times the healing that you need comes in your dreams. And that thing that's going around and around in your mind that you haven't had a chance to digest or make a complete answer about, or things of that sort, it comes to you in your dreams. Your angels, your creator, your guides speak to you in dreams. So rest. Like, you don't have to do everything in one day. You do not have to do everything in one day. As a matter of fact, let your family, let somebody help you do this stuff. Okay? So I'm Sapphire. My YouTube is Sapphire Speaks. This was your oracle message of the day. I hope that it reached you well. I hope that you guys are making the most of the time that you're at home with family. You're safe. You're safe. And your home should be full of love and laughter and happiness and all that great stuff. Again, I'm Sapphire. My YouTube is Sapphire Speaks. You can also follow me on IG as only the #1 and Sapphire. Have a great day.